I have a small confession to make. I've been really cynical about permaculture. Ouch. Woo! Ouch! My barefoot paradigm busted. I got stung by a bee on my big toe. Why have I been cynical about permaculture? I'll tell you. Because if you drive down any country road and you stop at someone's garden at the end of the summer, you literally can see with your eyes hundreds, if not thousands of pounds of available vegetables and food coming out of the garden. But when I look around online, I've always seen so much hype and so many ideas, so much theory, and yet I feel like there's not been that many examples of these productive systems that are actually producing thousands of pounds of food. I've actually been searching for that. So I've always thought, show me the bacon. The bacon? Is that an expression? Show me the, someone help me out. Show me the, now there are some examples of productive permaculture out there for sure, but I've been cynical because there's just seems like so many ideas and so much talk. It seems like more like kind of this beautiful theory than actually something that people are applying. Look at these deer, they're just like totally unconcerned with my presence here in the edge of the woods. There they go, so beautiful. What a cool moment. I'm out here in the woods getting ready to bring in this rice I left out here. Woohoo! Wow, look at that. That is unreal. Look at that fungal growth on top of there. Look at that. It's just crazy with, well, there's bugs, there's these fungi. The mycelium from these fungi are just like growing up from the soil like a web into that rice. I'm not sure if this is a good batch. I see a lot of green and gray in there. Usually you're looking for more white to gray. Recently though, I've really had a shift in my thinking. And it resulted from feeling like a slave to mowing my lawn, keeping weeds down in the garden. Yards basically equal slavery. That's an exaggeration. So that's the negative side. What's the positive side that won me over? It's this right here. It's looking out at this wild abundance and seeing these systems are out here right in front of us and they're basically perfect. I was reading Gaia's Garden by Toby Hemingway. He was talking about the magic, these places that are just incredibly alive, and how he'd basically never been in a garden like that until he walked into someone's early kind of permaculture garden and he said, this is it. So my love of these natural places and my experience in yard maintenance is kind of what has won me over to this idea of pursuing permaculture as a system. This is honeysuckle. And honeysuckle can go crazy and take over everything, but look at it. It's just this little plant. It's not really outcompeting anything here. In fact, these violets are doing better than the honeysuckle in this environment because they're suited for this kind of mostly shade, partial sun environment. Now we're out here in the sun, out of the woods, and what we see is nettles, seedling trees. These are a year old or less because I cut them down last year. And look at this giant honeysuckle mountain covering this bush. Honeysuckle out of control, choking out other plants. So what's the point of all this, showing you all these things? Well, the point is that just observing these natural environments, which I've always loved, I can create something in my yard that will sustain itself, that will be balanced, nothing going out of control, and that will produce not only abundant growth, but food if I do it right. I'm hooked on the idea. I just ordered a lot more trees. I'm going back and revisiting stuff online, like Justin Rhodes' videos from the Great American Farm Tour and from his yard, and just rethinking what I want to do out here. Anyway, just some thoughts. It's got a ton of growth in it, and it looked okay from the top with all that white, but green, red, all that stuff, that's not what I want. I think it's probably too anaerobic because it got wet, and so I'm gonna toss this. So what in the world am I doing with all this rice? Good question. I've been increasingly interested in microorganisms in your garden, in your orchard, and I put rice out in the woods because I heard you could do that to gather fungi, and I did it completely wrong, time number one, when I put out pantyhose and rice. And then I discovered this YouTube channel. It's my new favorite gardening, agriculture, farming YouTube channel. It's about Korean natural farming. Now, I'm not going to tell you very much about Korean natural farming right now because I don't really know that much. And it's based on bringing microorganisms from your local environment, indigenous microorganisms, into your garden environment, into your farming and orchard environment to benefit your plants. It's kind of like preventative medicine for your garden. This guy's name is Chris Trump. You need to go watch some of his videos. I'm gonna link it right up here. Toe's kind of sore. I'm gonna see if I can get my boots on. You want to help? You want to help? You can help, buddy.
Good job.
We're getting ready to make, whoa, camera. Clothesline.
Clothesline.
I just got clothesline. We're trying to make a better spot for our broody hen. And by hen, I don't mean chicken, I mean duck. Help me lift the whole thing over. Yeah, nice job. No, that is not a duck, you're right. And so the duck and the silkie are taking turns sitting on these eggs. They were on duck eggs and chicken eggs. We just pulled all the chicken eggs out though because there's no rooster who's inside the fence.
And because they have different incubation rates, so you can't hatch them under the same hen, because once one comes out, which would be the chickens first, the mama would get off the nest and then the baby ducks would die, and we really want baby ducks.
What is going on in here? What are you all doing? Are you both broody? Are you serious?
Yeah, they're on chicken eggs, but we have a rooster, but he likes to be out here with Bonnie, so I don't think that the eggs are fertile.
Bonnie and Roadrunner, they're such troublemakers.
If we were going to move the actual hens, we would do this at night, but since we're not actually moving the hens, we're just putting a house over them and moving the house for the other chickens, we're doing it during the day. And that right there is why we cannot catch that rooster.
You ready to go? Go. That's going to provide a much more secluded and private spot for these broody chickens, ducks, and hopefully they'll be successful. You want to come back in? Come on.
Yeah, we'll do it together. Ready, go!
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the first apple. We really want our plants to put their efforts into getting strong, or our trees. Should I taste it? It's going to be sour. Woo! That was worse than a lemon. You want to taste it? Just try it. Well, you should have waited until we could give it to the goats.
Suck it. Here you go. No, just look. Here. No, I know you have to give me a look if yours come back in.
Before it rains again, because it looks like it's gonna rain again, I'm gonna get out here and rototill a little bit. Pretty sure the soil's dry enough, but I'll have to just watch it. wonderful supper. It's salmon, green beans, rice. Not everyone is pleased with having to eat their beans before they eat their other food.
We like green beans. Yeah, me and Grace like green beans. Learning a lesson, right?
He likes hot sauce, just like his daddy.
Oh, by the way, everyone, I wanted to let you know about something. The Veterans Healing Farm got hit by another flood. If you don't know what I'm talking about by Veterans Healing Farm, I'm going to link this video up here. It's one of our videos. You got to check it out. But this isn't the flood I'm talking about. They got hit by a second flood that was nearly as bad as the first. I'm also going to link a video right here that is John Mashie's most recent video about the second flood. So go over to his YouTube channel, show him some love. If you're in the area, see if you can come out and volunteer. They're definitely in need of some help so they can get on with their really valuable work. Would you look at that? Beautiful, beautiful. I don't think you can even see the colors because this camera is currently overexposing this scene. So let's take it down a little bit. That's what I'm seeing. Let's check and see who's on the nest box in here. I'm really curious. It's the duck. The duck is back in there. That's good. I'm really pleased because they'll continue to lay eggs. So there's only 6 duck eggs under her now, but that she'll actually start sitting on them and then keep laying for a few more days. So hopefully she'll get a couple more eggs under her. I'm grabbing the gas can, headed to the garden to keep rototilling so we can plant corn tomorrow. This has been another great day in the homestead. Thank you all for coming along, and we'll see you tomorrow.